Welcome, y'all. So we got a new face. I don't know if y'all listened to our video last week and looked at the comments. We had to have a new host because Michelle is out of town.
We miss you, Michelle.
I know. And you guys voted for a new host as opposed to me doing it alone or us not doing the video at all. So this is, well, not a new host, but
guest host.
A guest host, right? This is my friend Jamesa. So she loves the show. She always watches the show. It has comments and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, she'll be a good guest while Michelle is gone.
I'm Jamesa. So I am a first-time mom. My baby will be 1 on the 19th. His name is Camden, and I'm a wife. Huge Married at First Sight / all reality TV fan. And I want to shout out my business because India said I can. I am a certified pediatric sleep consultant. So if you have children who are 4 months to 4 years old and you are struggling in areas of multiple night wakings or nap challenges or regressions, getting them on schedules, getting them out of your bed into their own sleep space, you can hit me up at www.SUITESLEEPCO.com. India, can you put this on the video?
Yes, I'm going to put it in the comment.
Please put it on the video. Hit me up and follow me on Instagram at Sweet Sleep Co. Sweet like a hotel suite. SUITE Sleep CO. Thank you.
Yes, and I will put all of that in the video and also in the description, in the Instagram and the description and stuff. So if y'all got little babies and you need them to go to sleep, she does everything is virtual. Pre-COVID, post-COVID, everything is virtual. See her for your baby needs. But yeah. Okay, so first we're gonna start with Katina and Olajuwon. Girl, it started off with them going food shopping. And every time I see Katina and Olajuwon, I be like, is she a little bit, you know, y'all know what I'm saying. She a little bit not there all the time. Yeah. It's like almost a little bit out of touch.
Yeah, it feels like she just is existing. Like, she just is there. And what really upset me the notes, like, he really tried to play her cooking. And first of all, why was she, like, looking at all that weird stuff?
I think she was just trying to...
Was she nervous?
I don't know. I think she is nervous about him. I think she feels like she has to impress him. So those are things you've never cooked, you didn't want to get. You just are trying to create TV, right?
Yeah. And you know, the crazy thing for me was he was talking about how he's a traditional man and he wants to take care of the home and he wants a wife that can cook. And he was like challenging her to a cook-off. And then it was, they were talking about the ribs and how she was like, yeah, salt, pepper. He was like, barbecue sauce. Olajuwon, are you putting barbecue sauce on your ribs before you season the meat? Like, you need to stop. And then she even like, she got him a little bit in the confessional though, because she was like, he is acting like he is like a great cook. He only knows how to cook breakfast.
And I believe that.
I do too.
And let's not forget that Olajuwon, mama white, so he might not be that good at seasoning stuff. I know we got white followers. Let me ask y'all something. For our white followers, there is a difference, right, between black people seasoning food and white people seasoning food.
For the most part.
It has to be, so. Right?
Also, like, I just feel like his expectations of her, like, it's always what she needs to do, what she needs to change. Like, there is never anything that he needs to do better or a different perspective. Like, it really annoys me. And, you know, I just kept, the whole time I was watching the episode, I was like, Katina, you in danger, girl. You are in danger. It really upsets me because I feel like one couple a season, like for the past maybe 4 or 5 seasons, there has been a couple where one, like half of the couple is visibly abusive. Yeah, whether it's like physically, well, we don't know physical, we don't know, but definitely verbally, definitely mentally, like emotionally. He just screams red flag. And even her like interactions and stuff when they're on screen together, it just, I don't know. They need to intervene. I feel like they're not going to intervene
because then they met with the experts. The experts aren't intervening. Like Pastor Kyle is not telling Katina to stand up for yourself or speak for yourself. He's just basically like, you know how he is, work around that personality type. I don't like that. Pastor Kyle was not giving her what she needed. She needed like a father figure to be like, would you want your daughter being talked to like that? Do you want, like, she needs somebody to be like, just think about it.
Yeah, that, to me, that's Pastor Kyle's role. Like, I feel like all the experts have a role. Viviana is kind of like cutesy, accountability a little bit. Dr. Pepper is like, I'm gonna give it to you straight.
Yeah,
and Pastor Cal is normally like, let's be optimistic, you know. What really got me though when she was talking to Pastor Cal was when they were talking about intimacy, and she was saying that she didn't want to get D dizzy. Sis, something in my spirit is telling me that you don't have to worry about that, because Olajuwon is very much giving lazy doodle. I gotta be honest. He is not giving that he is going to rock her world, like, at all. No, so I don't think that she needs to worry about being sorry. dizzy. Sorry, y'all. I will not be asked back.
But I don't think so either. And honestly, I'm not buying his reason for not doing it with her. But that's another thing. I do think that Katina having her wall up, I'm happy that she does. Normally, I would be like, I'm happy she has her wall up. And I hope that she's telling the truth. I mean, I don't know. Katina, I just can't read her very well. This is her wall up and dealing. I feel like if I had a wall up, I wouldn't be dealing with his BS.
Yeah.
But she has a wall up but still dealing with his BS. It's kind of scary, like, but she did come from a prior abusive, she said verbally abusive relationship. So that's what it seems like. I can tell.
And I'm pretty sure, like, if I could guess or bet, I would bet that Olajuwon and her ex have a lot of the same similarities.
Heck yes.
And that's why she is like, but maybe he has like something different that the ex didn't have, and that's why she like thinks he's better. But yeah, Katina, you in danger, girl. Right. You in danger.
I think he's a narcissist, but he met with Dr. Pepper. And his true colors came out. Like, he can't take any criticism. No. And she was honestly not giving it to him like she could have with the behavior he's displayed for the last few weeks. He was not taking it, and he was starting to yell at Dr. Pepper. I'm like, who yells at a little old lady?
And she's also, can we just talk about how short Dr. Pepper is? Because everybody was towering over her.
And he felt threatened by that.
Oh,
to the point where he was damn near yelling at her.
That's because she's very strong-willed. She's very, like, she is not moved easily. And, like, she's confident in who she is, and that bothers Olajuwon because deep down, like, there's definitely a insecure, like, man, right? Little boy in there who, like, grew up with these very misogynistic, quote unquote, traditional views of a man and a woman and a marriage. And, like, Dr. Pepper is like, no. And that really bothers him. And you could really tell. It was uncomfortable.
And she wasn't going for it because normally he can talk his way out of it. But he can do that with her. So that's why I think he wasn't feeling her. And like, you do talk down to her. You are very condescending to her. You do think you're higher than her. You told her she doesn't have life skills. And basically, she needs to get it together. And then after that, he's like, my wife is doing so much better. I see her growing. What about I see us growing? What about we're both growing? And I would say it could be editing, but it's not. Because why would you ever even have said, I see her growing? Anyway, he see her growing into the wife he's molding her to be. Yeah, and that's the problem.
It's very much giving, what is that word that, like, sometimes abusers do?
Not gaslighting.
No. They're trying to, like, it's
groom.
Like groom. It's very much giving
he's
grooming
her. He is.
It is. And, like, I thought that he was so ridiculous because when Dr. Pepper, like, asked him, you know, what he wanted, he said that he wanted her to give her own opinion, even if it was in contradiction to his. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you have not fostered the relationship for her to feel comfortable going against you. And I guarantee you, either you'll do it privately or when they're in that group setting, which is his favorite, to embarrass her.
You love
he will definitely use that against her. So he's ridiculous.
Okay,
also, really quickly, have we seen him plan a date for her?
No.
I have not seen anything. Girl, she tore that Dollar Tree up with the movie night.
Yeah, she did the taco night. And she thought she was doing something.
We have never seen him. And he's always talking about her giving. But, like, what have you given?
Maybe he has, and they're only showing what feeds into the storyline.
Maybe.
Like, maybe he does a little stuff all the time. Because he thinks that he's in this marriage more than she is. And I'm like, I don't know how you think that. Like, you're just into controlling her. Anywho.
You in danger, Katina.
Move on, Katina. Thank you. Okay, Mark and Lindsey. Yo.
They drain me. They remind me of Jamie and Beth.
Very toxic. She reminds me of Beth.
They are Jamie and Beth. Like,
but she, I think they're giving her a pass too. I think Pastor Kyle is light on her too.
Yes.
Because Olajuwon and her are actually cool. They talked about that in the after show because they have similar personalities. it's so overwhelming, but there's something likable about them. Like, not to me for Olajuwon, but something likable about Lindsey to me, even though I think she's the worst. She is still, so, and her personality is not bad. Exactly. And so they keep giving her a pass. The way she talks to him, I don't care what he's done. You can't talk to people like that. That's going to make him have resentment. He's never going to want to open up to you. And I think he's at the point where he has resentment for her. I don't think it's a thing where he's just naturally closed off, or it takes a while, because even his friends say he falls in love so quick. He does the most for people. So I think he has resentment. Exactly. That's why. So he doesn't care when she's sitting there crying to touch her. He doesn't care. That's the thing. You can tell when somebody literally does not care. But she does stuff for him. He got issues. Let's be clear.
He has issues.
But he doesn't care.
I think the number one thing I thought of is why they got all them cats in that apartment. That was a lot of cats.
Yep. That was like that last episode. In that apartment, you know, it's tiny. So it
oh my gosh. And two, like,
he always apologizing to her.
But neither one of them are good communicators.
No, he's
like,
terrible.
And I honestly, like,
the opposite, but
I can understand Lindsey talking about the inconsistent part.
I can too.
I can understand it. And then at the end, we see why. Pastor Kyle, that was a great conversation between Mark and Pastor Kyle.
You're right.
He got deep because he got to the root of the problem. Lindsey reminds him of his mother.
And how the negative part.
And the negative parts of his mother. Yeah, but like, talked about how his mom was always yelling at his dad and how his dad would not do anything. And then Pastor Kyle was like, are you afraid of being your father? Like, that struck a chord with him, for sure.
And that's why he can't take Lindsey.
Yeah.
And Lindsey the type, she'll have a full-on argument with you, and then she can snap out of it. Yeah. And that's because she got a personality disorder.
Yeah.
The average person can't snap out of you just yelling and us having a full-on argument for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And to be cool enough to go to dinner next night. People need time to process stuff. Yeah. And because she doesn't, because she's always the aggressor, yes, of course he's inconsistent. You are always aggravating him.
Yeah.
And then it's inconsistent because the day before y'all were good. Y'all just got in an argument in the morning. So of course he pulls back. Yeah. But in her mind, it's like, this is marriage. We're going to argue. I don't like her thought process. Even when she was talking, who she talked to? Pastor Kyle? She wasn't taking really accountability. No. Even her apology, like she halfway takes accountability. I act like this because, and I just can't take that. But what about him? What about why he retreats? Because his mom and stuff like that.
Yeah. I will say though, the homework after they met with the expert, they did the best job.
They got the most from the experts.
They really, because normally, like, when they ask the questions, they ask them wrong, or they don't ask the questions that the experts had told them to ask their spouses. They did a great job. And I don't know if y'all caught this, but when Mark was basically telling her that she reminds him of his mom, her face she was about to attack, but I feel like Dr. Pepper's voice was leaning to the sadness and not the anger was in the back of her mind. And I love that she actually like reached out to him and saw that he was getting emotional, because that could have went left. So she's capable of it. And I do think that, like, you know, their like problems aside, I understand why they were matched. I do understand why they keep putting people with mom issues together. Like, somebody got to be the balance. But aside from that, I do see why they were matched, because they do have good moments together. It's that they're not consistent moments. It's like so hot and cold with them, and it's a lost cause. That chicken was so hot. Did y'all see that?
She
must have took that chicken right out the oven.
See, that's what Olajuwon want. He want a woman that's just cook randomly.
Child, well, you know he ain't never dated no black woman, so maybe he want to go. Yeah, maybe
he
do.
Literally kill each other.
Oh,
Lindsey,
they would be just like Jamie and Beth.
Yeah,
just like Jamie and Beth. Very volatile.
All right, so next, Noi and Steve, y'all. This was the most frustrating couple, because I think I was kind of okay. I be on Reddit and I be on Twitter, right, y'all? So Reddit is kind of team Steve. They like, Steve, he got all this money on his money. I'm like, we're assuming he has money, and I think it's you know, and he just don't want to live a tradition. Like, we know, don't nobody want to work a 9 to 5. We all want to be able to live off being entrepreneurs and working when we want and take sabbaticals. We're not dumb. We know this is what we want. That's not what Noi want. That's what I want. But it's like, I was team Noi at some parts, because I'm like, well, just tell her how much you have. Tell them how much you have. Say, tell her your plan. When I get down to this month amount, I can make this for my contract, so I can make this through my different. And I was like, just put her at ease. There's no way she thinks that the only way to make money is to work for somebody. I just was like, she doesn't think that. You're just not being open. Then come to find out, she ain't never even asked him or sit down with him to say, hey, to make me feel better. And I know this is kind of early to be going through all our finances, but can we go through some stuff? Because I'm really not able to relax about this. She never asked this man about his finances.
It's not about the money. She wants him to work.
In her mind, that is so dumb.
Steve can have $1 million and show her. She will still, and let me tell you how I know. One, because she never had the conversation with him. He said that she was avoiding the conversation.
Yes.
Number two, on last week's episode, when they did the video vlog, he was in the bed with Sushi, taking a nap.
Yeah.
And she was so passive aggressive, like, oh, look, I'm up working, and him and Sushi are about to take an afternoon nap. It doesn't matter about the money. And also, Noy is an HR recruiter. You should know that consultants make a lot of money. Sometimes consulting will bring in more income than a full-time. You can get contracts for $10,000 and $20,000 a month. Yeah. It is not about the money. Yeah. It's not about the money. She wants him to work.
I thought, in my mind, I'm like, okay, just tell her how much money you have. This woman has not even asked.
Because she hasn't
even initiated a conversation. And then when he's sitting there like, okay, we can see if a full-time job is better or my entrepreneurial stuff and my consulting and my contracting stuff is better. She is sitting there looking like, now I thought that might be edited, just looking like she's not engaging. Like she don't want to talk about it. Has the emotional intelligence of a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Literally.
Probably not even a 10-year-old.
Honestly, I'm like, what is wrong with you, Noy? That would have made me so happy, like, oh, okay. How do you not understand that you can make more money not working for someone else? There's no overhead and y'all married, so he can be on your insurance and stuff.
Yes.
So like, why would you not want you to have the insurance, have the steady job, and him be an entrepreneur and make the same or more money with actually working for himself? Like, I can't grasp my mind around somebody just wanting somebody to physically work and go to work.
That's important to her.
That is crazy.
It doesn't matter. And
she has to unlearn that. She needs
It's from her family. It's from her family. I'm pretty sure that her father worked herself to the bone. And also,
unfortunately.
Labor, nobody gets happy about working to live, right? Yeah. Like, to make money. Like, that is a capitalistic society. I don't get happy about working. I get happy about the paycheck.
Right.
But I don't get up like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to work for money.
She literally said, we love working hard. For what? And if you're going to love working hard for yourself. So you can get the most money out of your actual effort and your energy.
Which I think he's doing.
And that's what he's doing. If he can work for 3, I used to work, and it would be people who had these contracts. 6 months contract, work 6 months, off 6 months. They were
and
enough
6 months.
It would be a 6 month contract. And now I was working with people who were doing that at 24 years old, and I was like, oh, I strive to do that.
Yep.
Have my own business, get these contracts, and work hard for 3-4 months, take off for 2-3 months, work hard for 2-3 months. Like, so I don't understand the concept of you being mad that this man does not want to have a 9 to 5. I am sorry, y'all, because I was kind of like, Steve is tripping, but she is really tripping.
And you know what I thought was so nice? When he said, if there's something that you want to do, if you want to take off work, and
before you start popping these babies out.
And he was like, if there's something that, like, a dream of yours that you want to achieve and you want to not work, like, we can talk about that. Yeah. She was like, I was like, listen, let me tell you, if my husband came home and told me that I can do whatever I want to do for a certain amount of months, hello, job, I will not be back for 4 months.
Right.
Like, no. And she was just sitting there so unimpressed.
Yes, I get why, but it's 2022. We see in COVID. Now, if you was going into work in the office still, it's COVID, so you work from home, you wouldn't even see that he's laying down.
Yeah.
You're getting visibly annoyed, and I get it. I totally get it. So you're getting annoyed, like, this man just laying here and I'm working. But at the end of the day, you're an HR recruiter. I'm not trying to be funny, but like, you... I mean, I know that's how HR is hard work.
Sorry to the recruiters. Sorry.
Never mind, y'all. Like, I get that you're working, but it ain't like you on your hands and doing all this stuff every day and he's sitting there relaxing. Like, you're sitting at a desk all day and you were doing it before he came along. So why are you mad at him? He's taking your dog out. He's making you lunch every once in a while. He's making dinner and he's cleaning the house. That to me is a better, but I'd rather that.
And you know what we have never talked about? If Steve is probably in some like slight depression. And let me tell you why I say this. I do not want to like diagnose him. I do not have a medical degree. And sometimes I gather that his last job, he was making a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And he said that he was laid off. That can be like a trigger for someone, mm-hmm. right? Like that could definitely like, you know, have some feelings of depression or anxiety come in. And that's maybe why he's just like, listen, I need to be mentally ready, because he probably had a good cushy job. He probably liked his job. And the fact that they just like laid him off, that could have been like a trigger for him. So
she don't care.
She doesn't care. She just, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It is truly that she wants him to work. And that is so toxic. And she's so childish. Social media, she straight up lied. Oh, that wasn't about you.
But
girl,
I do feel that way.
But I do feel that way. Noi, girl. Oh, I almost said something, but this is YouTube, and I don't want to get y'all in trouble. Noi, bye.
Yeah,
bye.
She felt that way, and she wrote that, and she's childish. She's like, I understand what you and Pastor Kyle are saying, but this is me. Girl, divorce. I would have been like, where's the divorce papers?
Where's the compromise?
You want to have kids. The fact that he's even willing to have kids with this woman.
And three kids
no with compromise. This woman. And she is not there to raise kids. She's not going to be able to deal with it.
No.
I'm telling you, if this is what is, she is so unhinged. What she say? I'm so unhinged, or whatever she said about this. And this is what you unhinged about, or something you're not even able to have a conversation about, and you don't want to initiate a conversation about. How are you going to be ready to have 3 kids? What happens when you have to talk to
the kids on social media?
Yeah, you're going to talk about the kids on social media. When they have a conflict with their classmate, what are you going to tell them? To be petty and be immature?
You have to work.
Yeah. It's like, it's stuff like, Steve, you need to figure out why you so okay, too, with being with her.
I want Steve to say no. I will say again, no. I am Team Steve. Steve he is an amazing communicator. Mm-hmm. He's a really good communicator. I think so. And she is just not, she straight up lied. She was talking about him. And I don't think that is a bad request for you to keep our problems or whatever problems you have thought up in your head on social media.
Yeah, that's honestly just ridiculous.
And he has given her so many, like, your family follows you. Like, I don't want them to start treating me differently. And she just still doesn't get it. She was not ready.
It's her social media.
She was not ready to get married.
She
very
ain't ready
childish.
to get married or have kids. She's childish as hell.
Very childish.
Noi is annoying, bro.
Maybe is Noi short for annoying?
Noi is short for annoying.
Is that your real name, sis?
That's where he needs to leave. Hey, last but not least, y'all, Jasmina and Michael.
I'm gonna do what Jasmina do.
Yeah, Jasmina. She's stupid. Jasmina and Michael, they weren't on like the first hour of the show. Number one,
I have 3 notes for them.
Yeah, they was on the first hour. They didn't come on until they met with the experts. They didn't have no scenes before that until they met with the experts. I thought their meetings were good. Jasmina's being very open about how she doesn't have attraction for him. And so she's been saying that the last couple weeks. And I thought their meetings were good, but it doesn't seem like they got as much out of it as they should. And I think the experts actually gave both of them great advice.
They did.
It just still didn't come together. And I don't know. Do you understand why he's not trying to be affectionate with her? Because I don't.
Listen to me.
She said she don't stiff arm him. She said she, like, what? Do you think he's not attracted to her?
No, I think so. And, I mean,
I don't get it.
I don't know either. What I will say is, I don't think Michael giving what what is his name? Olajuwon giving.
Oh, you think
Michael gonna put it down on Jasmine?
So she needs
to do it. She is in her own way. I guarantee you that I mean, I don't know him, obviously. And I'm a very married woman, and he don't seem like he giving the LD, lazy doodle like Olajuwon. So Jasmine,
lazy doodle.
Yeah, Olajuwon is giving lazy doodle for sure. Michael don't seem like he giving that, and I know that he's like smaller in stature compared to her, and I really think that he will rock her. Yeah,
be the ones, y'all, the small.
Listen,
the small ones.
Okay, I think he will rock her world. And I don't know if he is just like so scared of rejection. And the thing that I noticed was she keeps saying, oh, she want to know about his past. I'm not telling you nothing about my past, sis, because when my family told you about my past, you weaponized that from the day after we had that. I'm not telling you nothing else. This man has sat down with her, told her how he has lost so many people in his family, cried. When have you ever told him anything about your past, Jasmina? You cannot expect vulnerability and expect people to be open about their past if you're not doing the same thing. You are so, and the thing is, she's such a beautiful, outwardly, like, woman. And each week, she gets uglier to me because I'm like, I don't see what she sees. And granted, we only get a very small snippet. I feel like he's really trying.
But I think she's just not attracted to him. I think that's it. So I think in her mind, she's really trying because I'm here, I'm living, I'm doing this with a person.
He's a nice looking guy, in my opinion.
Okay.
He did have a lot of hair on his shoulders. Did y'all notice that from
to me, honestly, looks are everything.
You don't think he's attractive?
I think she is drop dead gorgeous. And she's used to probably dating the pretty boys.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And he's not a pretty boy.
Yeah, he's not.
That man is not unattractive. He is not unattractive. But he is not what she probably is used to dating, a Michael Ealy, Idris Elba.
But she don't give me that what he's used to dating either. But you know, also, I hate to say this. Lord, forgive me. He a personal trainer. They can't be trusted. I just have to be honest. I'm sorry to any personal trainers. They be having a lot of women. They really do.
And like, he probably, and a lot of the men trainers train women.
Yeah, firefighters, any like public bus drivers, personal trainers. Y'all just don't be doing right. So maybe she is protecting her heart. And I really believe that if Michael was to initiate, I think she'll be whatever, let's just do it.
I think they just need to have a couple shots and do it and just see. Because if that sexual chemistry is there, even though she doesn't feel it might bring some sparks.
That's what happened with Deanna and Greg, remember?
Exactly.
Deanna was not attracted to Greg. She ended up getting sick. They did it. Child, she was all smiles after that.
I really think that they should still, where they are now, I wouldn't be mad if they say yes on decision day because I think they could be a Deanna and Greg. Where I'm not initially attracted to you, you weren't my type. But you grew on me, and he's responsible. He seems very masculine, responsible. Like, he seems like, you know.
I think they could be. When I first, like, saw the picture of the couple and, like, the weddings, I just knew that they were going to be my favorite.
I was hoping.
I was so hoping for them to be great.
And I liked them the weddings.
After the wedding, it just went downhill. You know what I wonder, too? You know, I wonder if his sisters didn't tell her that information about him, how things would be. I just don't think that she has been able. I think she's not attracted to him, and she hasn't been able. That's true.
No matter what, she would have found something.
That's true.
So the sisters thought they were doing a positive thing by being like, just work with him.
I think he's attractive.
I think she's just not attracted to him, and I don't know why. Maybe his feet stink or something.
Child, it might be all that hair on his shoulders. I never seen hair on people's shoulders like that. I saw that last week's episode. I was like, maybe that's what it is. It may be the height thing too.
It might be the height.
It might be the height.
She wanted a tall guy. He wanted a short girl, and y'all literally gave her a model.
It just seems like that's my gripe with Married at First Sight. I feel like, you know, they really were in the business of putting people together that could like, yes, they used to be to like really make it. Now it just very much feels like drama, and that's why they pushing these seasons out so fast because they just. Why would you put... I actually want Katina and Olajuwon to do it too because I want her to see that he's giving LD and hopefully that will loose the reins that he has on her so she can say no on decision day. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think she's going to see the LD. Michael, Jasmina, take the shot and get busy. Like, I could just see him getting like real like pumped up and like being aggressive.
Once he does it, but he gotta show
I feel like
you gotta get her to want to make out with you, and then he probably gets real aggressive.
He probably get real pumped up and stuff. I don't know
why he do that.
I don't know. I think it's because he probably live voice like, it's time, and just like throw her over his shoulder and stuff. Like that's what I think gotta happen. I'm telling you, they maybe at the couples trip they'll have a little bit to drink and finally go there.
They need to do
maybe.
It, y'all. All right,
maybe. All right, last thing was volleyball.
Oh, yes. Oh, volleyball was kind of cool. I'm not really into physical stuff like that, right? Not on the sand and stuff, like all of that. But they played whatever. Why the experts are watching the whole time, they had no idea. And Olajuwon decides to go in on Dr. Pepper, whatever he was calling her. dogging her. Like 90% of it was wasting my time. She doesn't understand. Clearly it's hearsay. You don't think they see the footage, and even footage we don't see before they make these? And Dr. Pepper was not hard on him. He cannot take any criticism. No. He probably went home and talked Katina head off about that for hours. Yeah. I feel so bad for her. Yeah. And Dr. Pepper rolled up like, why you care what I think? If your marriage is good, you should be confident in that. And but no, you want to keep dogging me because you're insecure.
When Olajuwon was going in on Dr. Pepper had that slump over. She was like, keep talking, Olajuwon. Yes. When they when they finally got up, it was like, let's go out there in that little shift. Y'all remember on Maury's show when they used to have those bad kids? And they used to be on the stage with Maury talking that like, I could do whatever I want. And it was like a drill sergeant in the back. And they came out, it was like, you won't respect your mother. That just flashed back when Dr. Pepper and Pastor Kyle came out like, I heard you been talking about me. I'm about to pull up. And Olajuwon's face, he was like, everybody, that's how you can tell that he's a little boy. He talked all that trash. He did not like that. Mm-mm. Like then he tried to. He was like, yeah, you know, Dr. Pepper, she maybe she didn't say it correctly. And if you notice Katina's body language in that scene with them together, sis is really just existing. Like she looks so uncomfortable. She looks scared. Katina, you in danger, girl. Get away. If you still with them, get away. He is just like, oh my gosh.
She ain't getting away.
Oh my gosh. And you know what else that I noticed on Volleyball? When they were trying to be serious about like what the experts told them to do, Pastor Kyle brought up the fact that even in serious moments, Lindsey always deflects and tries to like make jokes and stuff.
I think she got ADHD because she can't concentrate. Yeah,
something. She also was drinking, so we know how she gets when she drinks. But yeah, that was cool. I really do feel for Katina. And the last thing that I didn't like is when he was like, I'm not in love. Why do you have to say that?
Because why do you have to say that? Dominance over the situation.
And in front of other people, and her face just looked like it just.
And she's like, I love either, but you just be trying to blast her.
But why would you say that? Girl, I would have took my shoe off and went to town in the back of his head. I would have pushed that headline back even further. You are going to stop embarrassing me. You are going to stop. I would have went to town. I'm telling you. She better than me.
He's never going to stop embarrassing her. He don't care about nobody but himself.
It's very much giving narcissistic. Yeah, it's very much giving narcissistic.
I feel bad for Katina, y'all. She got to go.
Yeah, I really do. Next week, the couples retreat in Vermont.
Yes.
What was up with Lindsey looking like she getting on the moving car? I'm hoping that was edited because it shows that she went to the hospital. I'm hoping that she had to throw up or something, and it was just kind of like being dramatic. But looks like she's going to be combative with the team next week because they say that she's the first to start the fight, which she is. So very interested. This was a good episode.
It was really good.
This was a good episode.
I
tried to bring Michelle's Leo energy, and because
she a Leo, like Michelle.
I'm a Leo. Hey, and Michelle always wearing like a little blackety black outfit. Yes, so I wanted to like pay homage to Nippy.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Nippy. So Michelle, I hope I did you proud, girl.
Yay. Okay. Bye, y'all. We're gonna see y'all next week.